medicine person reading on Saniyya Dennis. It is stated here that she has been missing. It's been about a week, okay? And it says the date of birth. She was born November the 1st, 2001. Her height is 5'3". Her weight is about 125. Hair black, eyes brown, and race is black. She's a young melanated queen. Let me just say that. Shania was also 19. Well, she is 19 years old. Let me just say that. 19-year-old Buffalo State College student Shania Dennis was last seen leaving her dorm, Bishop Hall, on Saturday, April the 24th, around 10:30 p.m. and she hasn't been seen since. So, before I get started, please know, family, whatever you hear, it is allegedly. Let me just say that, but I am led by the Spirit, and this is also for entertainment purpose only. I welcome you all. Please be very mindful as far as the comments that many of you choose to leave. Okay, think about her family and her loved ones who happen to just be stopping by and just curious, as far as the messages that's going to come out of this reading. So that's pretty much all I want to say. Just be very, mindful and respectful in the comment section, family. I appreciate that. And much love to the family. My prayers are with you. I'm praying that your loved one will be found no matter what. I'm praying that you will receive answers no matter what. I wish this on nobody. I'm here just being a service and sowing seeds of love because I know if it was me, I would want someone to help me. Okay? So it's not just me, there are others out here that are putting the work in, trying to make a difference. So, with that being said, I'm getting ready to get started, family. I'm going to be using my Psychic Tarot deck. Let me just say that. And then I'm going to, once I'm through with this particular reading, then I'm going to give a little feedback of what I'm sensing about this case. All right. But first, I'm going to start the reading off using my Psychic Tarot deck. Okay. I'm going to set my attentions on this young sister. I'm going to set my attentions on her. And then I will go over my findings at the end. All right. So let's get started with this reading. Look at this beautiful 19-year-old little queen. She is so beautiful. Much love to her parents and her siblings. My heart are with you, and I be lifting you all up in prayer. The eyes are the windows to our soul. It speaks volume. Let me just say that. I'm setting my attention. I want to look at this beautiful sister eyes while I'm meditating on her. I'm setting my attentions. I'm seeking those things in the dark. I want to bring them out to the marvelous light. What happened to Shania? I ask my spirit guides will connect with Shania's spirit guides. I'm seeking clarity as well as confirmation. What happened to Shania? What led up to Shania disappearance? What led up to Shania disappearance? Tell your story, Shania. What led up to your disappearance? The person, if someone has caused harm to you, did you know the individual? Seeking clarity, did you know the individual that has something to do with you, with your disappearance? Do you know the individual that has something to do with your disappearance? What led up to your disappearance? Ooh, the spirit is strong. I'm gonna go ahead and leave these on top since they want to just splatter all over the place. this young lady must been someone who was very verbal. Does a whole lot of talking because I tell you, she still want to keep going. She seems to be someone who has a lot to say. That's what I'm picking up in the spirit because I'm like, can we stop? Are we through? She's like, nope. Okay, she let me get a rest. Now, family, please know, none of this is in divine order, but there are timelines to my reading. It's like a puzzle. It's like putting the pieces together, but the answers are here. Please know that. So not only have ears to hear, but have eyes to see. Pay attention to the pictures also, because picture speaks volume. Yes, indeed. So anyway, there are timelines to my reading. So a lot of this you're probably gonna see a whole lot of up and down. All right, but it's pretty much giving many of you an idea of what led up to this young lady, this young sister of ours that is presently missing. What led up to her disappearance? Okay, it's pretty much like a theme around what happened to her. So let's get with it. And certain cards, I will read up on them that I am led by the spirit too. So many of you can receive clarity. Okay. So many of you can receive clarity because they have additional meaning. Mm. Well, I've definitely received clarity about something. I'm telling you that right now. Let me look at this, family. Hold on. Because certain cards I'm going to read up on because um, my interpretation of these cards, I can say one thing, but I still have to read the additional meaning as a backup. Okay, I'm just led by the spirit. This is what came out of the reading. All right. I'm going to go over each card, and then the ones I'm going to read up on, I'm going to just, turn them sideways, okay? The first card is upside down. This card is rest and rejuvenate, okay? It speaks for itself. This is one who's been through something. They could be stressed out and they are resting. Okay? They're seeking answers. They're going within themselves. Okay? This is someone who needs to rest and rejuvenate. Okay? We can look at it from two perspectives. You can look at it, the spirit talking about Shania, as far as her going, as far as her, as far as her have been through a horrific ordeal and she could be resting and rejuvenating, or she could have got herself in a situation to where she could be praying, okay, seeking answers from within. It's how you interpret this, or this could be the suspect. All right, don't worry, I'm going to read up on this card. It has additional meaning. I'm going to turn this card sideways because I feel the need to. The next card is power. This is someone who's operating in power. They're operating in their authority. Okay, they're not being a pushover. All right, give me a minute. Okay, I sense in my spirit this card is not pertaining to Shania. Okay, and I'm not saying that she doesn't operate in power and she doesn't carry herself. I mean that she doesn't carry herself as far as not being a pushover, but I'm sensing more this is the suspect. Okay, this is someone who you can look at it as though they took advantage of their power. Okay, they in this situation they have exercised their power, so we're looking at someone else involved. All right, I'm saying that because I'm not picking up on this being Shania. I'm picking on this being someone that's involved. All right, and they are operating in power. Okay, and they're exercising it to the fullest. Let me just say in that it's kind of like somebody that's like manhandling a person, if you know what I mean. Someone is very strong. You get it? Someone who's very strong and they're exercising their power, their strength over somebody, okay? The next card is upside down. Upward, this card is wisdom. It's about, I would say, three ways you can look at this card, okay? Now, it was upside down, so have ears to hear. When this card is upward, it represents wisdom. It can also represent someone who is looking back at a family and they are inspired by their family. Or this is something that they want. They want a family, okay? They're either inspired by family, by this family, or this is something that they want, okay? When this card is upside down, it can represent the opposite of wisdom, and that's being a fool, okay? Also, you can look at this card as someone who is not inspired by family. Okay? When they look back at this family, they don't feel inspired. All right? For whatever reason. For whatever reason. Okay? And I'm going to leave that there. Or, let me say this also. It can be someone who doesn't want a family. Okay? Let me just add that to it. Okay, it's one interpretation how they view this card. But wisdom and the upside down can be also a fool. Okay? The next card is upside down. Upward, this card says I see. This is Shania saying I see. She see what's going on around her. She is aware of what's going on around her. Definitely she see. Upside down, she's saying I don't see. It can mean maybe she doesn't see something pertaining to a situation that's going on. Okay, as far as why is it unfolding the way it is, she doesn't see, what is this all about, or she didn't see it coming. Okay, she could have been blindsided. Let me just say that. All right, she's saying I don't see. She doesn't see something. The next card is upside down. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is love begins. Now, I don't know why this card came out, family. I'm just led by the spirit. And the minute you check out my missing person readings, and when these certain cards pop up, they pop up for a reason. Okay, I can't make this up. Upward, this is love begins. Self-explanatory. All right. This represents beginning. Love. Love begins. Whatever this means to Shania. Upside down, it ended. Love ends. Okay. So she's speaking about love ends with something or someone. Okay. The next card is upside down. Upward. This is balance. I speak about this card all the time. This upward, this represents someone who is balanced mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And when one of these are off, or two or three, you are unbalanced. We are all unbalanced when this card, I'm sorry, when one or more of these are off. Let me just say that. Now give me a minute, family. Okay, what's popping up in my spirit is some person emotions. What's popping up in my spirit is a person emotions. Now, I was asking the spirit, because I get this feeling within myself. I was asking the spirit, is this pertaining to Shania? Was she in balance on the day that she went missing? I was told no. But this card can represent emotion. Like I said, one must be balanced mentally and emotionally and spiritually. And everything starts mental, okay? And then our emotions, flow from there. But This is the suspect. Whoever this person is, okay, they were unbalanced and they were very emotional. They were very emotional. Okay? They were very emotional. Because this says love ends. Was this young lady in a relationship? Was she seeing somebody? Just saying. This represents love begins. This is love ends. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can be something that she loved and she no longer loved it. Okay? Whatever it is or a person. But this is love ends. This is someone who is very emotional, but their emotions are all over the place, and which causes them to be imbalanced. This is the individual that's involved in this scenario of why this sister is still missing. Okay, this person plays a big part. This person is unbalanced. Okay. Oh, the plot thickens. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. Okay, thank you, Shania. This young lady is telling her story big time. Okay, family. I'm going to keep her beautiful picture up, okay? I love her beautiful eyes. The plot thickens. Okay, this card is upside down. Upward, this is recognition and reward. I wonder who wanted recognition. I wonder who wanted reward. I wonder who wanted to be recognized and acknowledged. This card was upside down. This is someone who felt ignored. They felt overlooked. And you could say that they didn't feel rewarded, but I'm not sensing that it was Shania. Let me make sure. Hold on. I'm led by the Spirit. I'm not going to be leaning to my own understanding. Give me a minute, family. Wow. I'm not sensing, family, that it was Shania. It could possibly be someone that was infatuated with her. I'm just saying. Because this card popped up, either they were infatuated with her or they may, you know how people be watching you from a distance or whatever, or it could have been somebody she knew. But let me just say this right here. This is someone who felt overlooked by her. This is someone who felt not acknowledged by her. Okay? So this say recognition and reward. This is someone who's being recognized for their hard earned work. This is someone who's being rewarded. Okay, this is someone who's being paid attention to. Okay? But right here, it's like they're saying, hey, do you see me? Do you acknowledge me? Here I am. I'm over here. Why aren't you looking? Or possibly, why aren't you answering, my calls? I'm just giving you some ideas of what this card, or some, shall I say, some example of what this card is saying. This is someone who's not feeling acknowledged. Okay, they feel overlooked by someone, by Shania. Right here, this is fulfillment of wishes. You can look at it two ways. You can look at it as though the universe has been granting Shania her wishes, okay? Whatever that means to Shania, okay, as far as her accomplishments, okay? Whatever it was that she was trying to achieve. Or you can look at it as though this is the other individual that I'm sensing that's a part of this equation. Maybe they feel like their wishes were fulfilled because they connected with her due to some strange occurrence. They ended up connecting with Shania. Okay, I will let many of you be the judge on that. But this is fulfillment of wishes. This is one who wishes have come true. Okay, something that they wanted. This is someone who really wanted something, and it finally happened for them. The next card is firm foundation. According to the spirit, Shania Dennis had a firm foundation. Okay, this is what she want many of you to know, and as well as her family. This is confirmation. Okay, she had a firm, strong family foundation. Okay, and what she's pretty much saying was, I wasn't wanting for anything. My needs were met. Okay, I'm good. You know, she wasn't lacking anything. Okay, she had a strong, firm family foundation, and this is what she wants her loved ones to know. This is clarity. This is her speaking. It's not like she was in a home that was, broken, and she was struggling and lack. Okay, it seems to me that she was well taken care of. All right, as far as her upcoming. And this also can represent a strong bond with family. Okay, a strong family bond that she had with her loved ones. Okay, closeness. I'm going to read up on this card. I feel the need to. The next card is upside down, family. Upward. This is victory and success. This is a good omen concerning Shania. The fact that she's missing, had it been upward. Okay. This card could, had it been upward, this card could mean, she would be found. Not only that, they will find who the suspect is, and not only that, the suspect will be charged. It can mean any of those. Okay. But according to the spirit, there would be no victory and success in this matter. All right. I'm still believing that she will be found no matter what. This is what I choose to believe. Okay. I'm going to be optimistic and hope for the best. But this is not a good omen. She could be still found, but that might not be the news that we want. Okay. Or she could be found, and it's like the waiting game as far as the authorities, finding out who the suspect is, or they might not even find the suspect. I'm just trying to give you an idea what this card could mean, because it's not a really good omen. This is upside down. Okay, this represents lack of victory and success, or no victory and success. Let me just say it like that in this situation. But I'm still hoping for the best. If anything, that she will be found no matter what. I'm going to turn this sideways. Now, this one right here is pure confirmation. This is pure confirmation. This is how her family feel. This is how Shania family feel. They feel like things are moving real slow. They ain't hardly getting no answers. They want to know what happened to their daughter, okay, to their loved ones. This represents, when it's upward, accelerated motion. That means behind the scenes things are moving real fast concerning this sister being missing. Okay? That means the authorities are putting the pieces together. They have an idea of who the suspect is, and things are moving very swiftly. Upside down, things are moving very slow. And this is how her family feels. They're like, what's the problem? What is the problem? What's the holdup? With the evidence, with the cameras. Somebody knows something. What's going on here? What's taking so long? Behind the scenes, family, things are still moving real slow. Slow progress. This represents slow progress. And my heart goes out to the family, because this is not good either. Um, Now, this card has popped up before, and with a reader I had did, on a particular individual, they caught the person that they felt was a suspect, but the person wasn't talking. They was not talking, meaning they wasn't saying, what they did to the person, where the person body is. I mean, they just wasn't talking. So, with that being said, I'm giving you some examples. With that being said, it can pertain to that also. Maybe they will end up finding who the suspect is, but it's still real slow if the person don't talk. But behind the scenes, in the present, things are moving real slow. Okay, and there are timelines to my readings. It might continue like this within 3 days, within 3 weeks, or going on maybe within 2 months, until the authorities really, gather all the evidence. Gather all the evidence as far as statements, witness, videos. Things are moving real slow behind the scenes, and I'm hoping the authorities will move diligently, like they will on all cases. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on the authority how they move. Okay. I figured that. I figured that about you, Shania. Because look at all this. Look at all this that came out. I was just meditating on her. She was like, "Keep going, keep going." This is Shania. She's letting us know that she was speaking out. She's letting us know she was speaking out. And if she was speaking out, you know that she's a fighter. Okay, you know she was not backing down. She's saying, "I speak." She want her loved ones to know, "I speak." I was speaking up for myself. Okay. She was exercising her throat. She said, "I speak." I was speaking up. The next card is upside down. Upward. This is conflict and defeat. Okay, family? According to the spirit, Shania was in a conflict. Okay? She was in a conflict. There was a conflict with this sister on the day she went missing. There was a conflict, and according to the spirit, there was defeat also. This sister is still missing. I am still praying that they will find her no matter what, and definitely find her alive. But this is not a good omen either. Okay, upward is conflict, but a person still can be standing. Upside down is conflict and defeat. Okay, so obviously she was fighting a good fight. Okay, obviously she was standing up for herself. Yep, the spirit's letting me know. Thank you, spirit. It's letting me know. Stand your ground. She was standing her ground. She was standing her ground. Thank you, spirit. Yep, can't make this up. I can't make this up. There was a conflict. Yep, and she was standing her ground. This sister was fighting a good fight. She was fighting the good fight, and she was speaking up for herself. Let me just say that. Okay, she wasn't going out like no sucker. She was putting the work in, standing her ground. She was not backing down whatsoever. All right. It's like I don't know her voice, but this is the throat chakra. It's like she's saying, "Mommy, Daddy, I spoke up. I spoke up for myself. There was a conflict. All right, there was a conflict right here. The person was too strong, say overpowering. They was real strong. Okay, but I fought a good fight. Defeat, but I sure stood my ground. I stood my ground. The next card is upside down. Hold on 1 minute. Let me see something. Um, Stand your ground speaks for itself. The conflict and defeat, I will read up on that one. It pretty much self-explanatory. The next card is upside down, upward. This is prosperity begins. This is prosperity begins. Now, family, a lot of times it's more than what the the words on this card is saying. Let me just say that. Excuse me. Now, you can look at it from different ways, okay, family? You can look at it from this way: prosperity begins, because this card was upside down concerning Shania, okay? You can look at it prosperity. She was in a good place prosperity wise, as far as resources, money, and this says prosperity ends. But I don't sense that about her. I sense it's more to this message, okay? Let me just say that. Now, you can also look at it as though someone is planting a seed, or a seed was planted in somebody, allegedly. Let me just say that. Allegedly, she could have been. She could have been. I'm just throwing it out there because I'm saying the seed here. She could have been pregnant. I'm just saying. I don't see the pregnant card right now. Do I see the pregnant card? Let me see. I don't see it, but I'm just throwing this out here just in case. But this is the seed has been planted, and you see the two people have their hand over the seed, okay, waiting for something to grow. This right here is upside down. So hypothetically, if a seed was planted in her, it could represent miscarriage, okay. It could this also represents miscarriage, meaning ending of growth. All right, but this card represents endings. Period. Like something was cut off. Okay, something was growing, something was planted to grow, and something stunted the growth, or it can mean um, miscarriage. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Only her loved ones would know. But if that's not the case, that's fine. This card has additional meaning. Let me just say that. I just want to put that out there. Because this is begin, this is endings. I might read up on that card because it has additional meaning. Um, I see. Okay. See how things go up and down, up and down. And right here, this says triumph and success. So I truly feel the family will get some news. Okay, there will be triumph due to the family eventually getting some news. I am praying that it would be within, hopefully within 3 days, within 3 weeks. Definitely, from now. I probably say maybe, hopefully before 2 months. Okay, as far as hearing some substantial news concerning their loved one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say from now maybe to 3 weeks. Before 3 weeks, they should get some kind of news. Okay, something that's gonna make them feel like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, but this is triumph and success. When I get this right here, I'm sensing in my spirit this talking about news about their loved one. Okay, they're gonna know something. Okay, they're going to finally know something. Right here, this is upside down. Upward, this is new beginnings. This is the one who's on top of the world. This is the one who's on top of the world. They are moving forward in their life. Okay. This card also has additional meaning. Let me just say that. But when it's upside down, it represents the opposite of on top of the world. Okay. It can also represent someone who's stagnant. They're not moving. Okay. They're not moving forward. Let me just say that, because this represents new beginnings. Okay, I will read up on this card that has additional meaning. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. Thank you. The next card is upside down. Hold on. I like looking at her when I'm doing this reading. She has some beautiful eyes. The next card is upside down. Upward. Shania is letting everyone know of what I've been sensing from day one. The fact that Shania is missing, it wasn't her doing, family. It was not her doing. She want her loved ones to know, mommy, daddy. The fact that I am not around, it's not my doing. When this card is upward, this is a disruption card. When this card pops up, it's letting family, that the disruption to this individual, okay, it was their doing because it's upward. Okay, had this card been upward, this would be Shania doing, causing disruption in her life. But this card was upside down. So Shania want her loved ones to know this was not my doing. This was a situation that was outside of myself. This was someone outside of myself that caused this disruption to me. Okay? It's like somebody took a rug and snatched it from up under her feet and she fell head first. Okay? So this so called disruption was not her doing. It was somebody else's doing. What she's saying is, I didn't cause this. The next card is upside down. Upward, this is heartache and loss. Look at the words. Heartache and loss. Upward, this is someone who is presently dealing with a heartache. Upside down, this is someone who is dealing with a loss. All right. You can look at it as though Shania was dealing with a heartache that ended with as a loss, or you can look at it just speaking about the fact that she's missing. Her family might be dealing with a loss, and they are dealing with a loss. Yes, indeed. But I'm just saying, if it comes out that she's no longer with us, okay, that is a loss. In a way, a lot of times these messages are like, clarity. As far as a loved one want to know, well, is she still with us? I don't want to put that out there, whether she's alive or not. All I'm doing is interpreting the cards. That's all I'm doing, family. I'm hoping for the best no matter what. But upward is someone who's dealing with heartache. Upside down is someone who's dealing with a loss. Okay, upside down represents loss. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I get certain cards, they're not good omens at all. When people be missing, and I'm doing these cases, when I get certain cards, um, to me they don't look good. But we know with God all things are possible. Okay, family. So I'm going to stay optimistic. This is the transformation card. This card speaks about cycles in people's life. Um, this represents renewal of life. Let me just say that. But you can also look at it as renewal of life as far as transitioning. You can look at it from that perspective also. Okay. As far as moving to another cycle in your life. And many people do when they are alive. They move from one cycle to the next, and then also you can also move to another cycle in your life when you go from when you transition also. Okay, so anyway, this is the transformation card, and as I stated, it represents renewal of life. Also, it can represent transitioning as well. As far as someone moving to another cycle. Okay, I'm getting ready to read up on these cards, and then I'm going to go over my findings. The first card was upside down. It was rest and rejuvenate. I'm going to read up on this card real quick. All right, I'm going to put this down. Okay, the first card is rest and rejuvenate. Here is to here, family. It has additional meaning. This card implies that a period of rest, meditation, and rejuvenation and recuperation is in order. It usually comes forward when you're encountering or coming out of a particular emotional or mental taxing experience. The number four in numerology means foundation, so this is a time to heal, to be with your soul, and to continue moving steadily forward. Allowing space just for your reflection is both needed and long overdue. Reposing and taking moments for yourself will give you the opportunity to look at a problem or a situation instead of being in it. Let me read that one more time. Reposing and taking moments for yourself. That's the one who's uh, getting out and having some alone time, like going for walks and all of that. All right, take time out to walk and reflect. Reposing and taking a moment for yourself will give you the opportunity to look at a problem or a situation instead of being in it. It's a chance to stand back, view your life with clarity, and renew appreciation and see where change can be made to create a healthier and stronger foundation, enabling you to take your next step. The next card, love ends. Your cup is about to overflow with joy, happiness, and positive feelings. This is the first of the emotion cards and therefore signifies that a new love opportunities beckon. This doesn't necessarily have to be a physical love, but could also represent the passion and devotion for a idea, a goal, or even a new creative endeavor. This could be a perfect time to open yourself and your heart to the higher vibration of loving energy of the universe. Now, I'm going to read upside down. when past issues are resolved, when forgiveness for others as well as for yourself has been attained, and when your heart is truly open and ready to receive, then new roads leading you towards love will be revealed. So according to the spirit, not saying that whomever she was involved with had anything to do with the fact that she's missing, but it's popping up for a reason, and maybe this is just confirmation for her family to know. Was she seeing somebody? Was she in a relationship that ended? Were there like, you know, some issues in her personal life with a significant other? Okay, if that's the case, this is coming out in this reading. Okay, so look at it from that perspective, also, family. Okay, maybe she just wanted that to come out. Alrighty. The next card was upside down. This is conflict and defeat. The number card The number five mental card represents significant learning and change and how you handle yourself at this time. It is vital to your overall well being. This card could relate to a lack of sensitivity and taking action or in response to conditions or situations around you. This need for sensitivity could relate to you or somewhere else in your life. So it's speaking about you know, Shania being in a situation, and this card speaking about as far as how well, she handled herself in that situation, has a lot to do with how the outcome is going to be, and it speaks about her having sensitivity, you know, to the individual that she could have encountered. All right, so that's something to look at. Not saying that it's any of her doing as far as what could have happened to her, but it's just speaking about the other individual mental, um, their mental condition as far as how to handle them, as far as how she handled herself with this individual. Let me just say that. I'm gonna read that one more time. This card could relate to a lack of sensitivity in taking action or in response to conditions or situations around you. This needs for sensitivity could relate to you or someone else in your life. Even though a battle can be won, it's important to evaluate the cost and pain of both parties. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away if no answer or victory can be achieved. Don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge, for this results in the negative energy becoming a part of you. You are being tested on how delicately and gently you take your next step. Remember, everything in your life is an opportunity to learn and grow. But what stands out to me is family, um, deceitful, and or set out to get revenge. That's what stands out to me the most. And I'm not saying that Shania. It could be the individual that feels like this, overlooked, ignored. Okay. Sometimes people can get so mad at you because you are ignoring them. Okay, you're overlooking them, and they would try to. You know what I'm saying? They would try to cause harm to you or try to get you back in some type of way. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away if no answers or victory can be achieved. Don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge, for this results in the negative energy becoming part of you. You are being tested on how delicately and gently you take your next step. And see, really, everything really depend on when Shania had encountered the individual. Everything really depend on how she carried herself according to the spirit. But no one knows what they would do, in a situation unless they have to, go through it for themselves. All right. Cause maybe she didn't know this person's mental state. All right. But this was definitely somebody who was in balance. And a lot of times, people who are imbalanced mentally and emotionally, they're all over the place. It's like they hear you and they don't hear you. And to be honest with you, they hear their own voice. You could be talking to them and they hear their own voice. The only voice they hear is what coming out of their mouth. You talking, but it's going to one ear, not the other. But what's coming out of their mouth, they hear what's coming out of their mouth, but they don't hear you. It's like they have ears, but they hear not. Mm. All right, the next card I'm going to read is Stand Your Ground. Cause these two go hand in hand. Let me just say that. This card comes at a time when you're being tested and challenged. There may be fierce competition and potential rivalries surrounding you in your personal or business life, but know that you have the strength and inner courage to stand your ground no matter how hard or difficult things may appear. Don't surrender or give up the control you have. Be brave and stay true to your core life values and belief system, which are your best allies and will help you move forward. It's important to remain clear and focused, for you may have to stand alone. And she was standing alone, family. I sense this. You may have to stand alone and defend your convictions to the end. Maintain your health and stay strong so that you have a ample supply of energy to endure anything, as this could be a long and yet untimely hard won victory. Mm. Right now, my heart is going out to the loved ones because when I look at this, these cards, they don't look promising at all. They really don't. But I'm going to just interpret the cards and hope for the best. That's what I'm going to do. This card was upside down, family. Even though this card say triumph and success, I'm sensing in my spirit this card pertains to news. The family, as far as them hearing some news eventually, but right now things are moving very slow behind the scenes, and we know this to be true. Okay, right here, this says victory and success, but it's upside down. It's upside down for a reason. But it can't represent no good news. Okay, you might get news, but it might not be the news you want to hear. Okay, had it been upward, had it been upward, it says good news is on the way. All right. Um, Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna keep this upside down because it was upside down. Okay. Upside down speaks about the opposite of good news, okay? Hearing good news. This card also reminds you to stay grounded. Remember where you came from and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. This victory can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this challenging time, you can achieve anything. But what stands out to me the most is the opposite of good news. That's what stands out to me the most. They will get news, but it might not be the news that they want to hear. Okay, but let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. If anything, the news that they have received so far is not good news because she's missing, and that's not good news. That's not good news. So right now, they're not receiving any kind of good news right now. But here's triumph and success. Eventually, they're gonna hear something. Okay, because the family wants more information, and they're going to get it eventually. Okay. triumph and success, eventually they're going to get more information, okay? More news. This card right here was upside down. This top represents new beginnings. Upside down is the opposite of new beginnings. I just feel the need in my spirit to read up on it because it has additional meaning. Each and every journey begins with the all important first step. When this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it is time for you to take a brave leap of faith, but be prepared as you do so. This card represents a great new adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you. By selecting this card is a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Now, upside down represents the fool, okay? I just want to say that. It doesn't have to be Shania, it can be the individual, okay? So keep that in mind. Life is constantly trying to nudge and move you forward. At times, it can be daunting when you face with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for inner belief and courage as you take the leap of faith and step into the unknown during this time. Don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where they are. Know that there's inner guidance, wisdom, and belief in yourself. Now this card was upside down, so have ears to hear. Don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your own adventure. During this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes and give yourself permission to live, play, love, and above all, laugh. Okay? Prosperity begins. I'm going to read this one real quick because it has additional meaning. Okay. This is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that projects or new job having a successful results. Did you hear that? So it speaks about projects or a new job, you know, um, focus on the most beneficial outcome, meaning if she started a new job, for her to focus on, just being positive, and expecting the best. I mean, expecting, a positive outcome instead of a negative. Okay, that's what this card is also saying. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful results. Feel it, see it, and most importantly, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspect of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity in all forms will flow even more freely. Okay? But also, by this card being upside down, you can look at it. If she was expecting a harvest, she been putting the work in, and this is what she's waiting on. You can look at it also from the perspective she's still waiting, but that what she has been waiting on, she hasn't received it yet. So it's kind of like she was waiting on receiving the benefits, the money from all that hard work. You know what I'm saying? The reward for her working so hard. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the spirit saying, she wasn't able to receive it. You know, or maybe she was waiting to receive something, and it hasn't came to fruition yet. Because this card represents prosperity, wealth, and new business. It says prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palms of your hands. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift with careful and diligent planning. recent endeavors and money making ideas show great possibilities and promise of monetary gain. But right here, it's like, she's putting the work in, whatever this means to Shania, but she hasn't received the fruit of her labor. And maybe that could be because she's missing. I feel the need to read up on one more card. The next card is a disruption card, family. Have ears to hear. It is upside down. It has additional meaning. A sudden, unusually, unforeseen disruption of major change is happening or is about to take place, even if it appears to be a negative experience. It can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot meaning, this card represents the fallen tower that eventually crumbles due to its what? Weak foundation. But Shania let us know that her foundation wasn't weak. She did let us know her foundation wasn't weak. And I let many of you know this right here is due to somebody else causing this to her. This is not her doing. Okay? I just want to say that. Whatever part of your life you focus on, this is the opportunity to rebuild with a solid positive structure to make you or the situation even stronger. Now by this card being upside down, this is the additional meaning to this card. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limited belief, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyle must be addressed so that positive change can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward whether you're ready or not. Transformation of mind, body, and soul can happen if you view this traumatic time or change as an opportunity for growth. In the future, you may look back and be thankful for this opportunity. So, this card also represents addressing problematic situations or risky or careless lifestyles. All right, and you can also look at it how a lot of people get involved with the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Um, Pretty much what they do behind closed doors. People got their own thing. But not saying that's going on with her, but as I stated, that would be true had this card been upward. All right, it would be her doing, causing her own, foundation to crumble. This is someone else doing that's trying to cause harm to her, that's trying to disrupt her foundation. Okay, family? I just wanted to read the additional information so many of you have an idea of what this card is really saying, okay, about Shania. It's not her, okay? This is something that was really not her doing, okay? It wasn't in her power what jumped off. This individual right here is the one that's causing this. This person did not feel acknowledged. They felt ignored, okay, by Shania. Okay, they felt overlooked by her, whomever this person is. Okay, and I don't know if she was in a relationship and it ended, but this is the opposite of love begins. This is love ends, whatever that means to Shania. All right, family. I just don't feel the need to keep going on and on and reading these cards. They pretty much speak for themselves. Let me just say that. Real quick, I'm ready to end this reading. I just want to go over my findings. Um, I do have a backup missing deck card. They're like homemade cards, and I'm just led by the spirit. I meditate on the person, and I try to seek out more details about the person that I'm doing my reading on. And I just want to share these findings, family. What popped up is check back alley bridge, whatever that means. Okay, check back alley bridge. Someone knows they won't talk. Fight ended up deadly. So according to the spirit, she was in a fight that ended up deadly. Okay, allegedly. According to the spirit, it looks like she's definitely somewhere connected to water. I'm seeing river. I'm seeing check creek. So it's pretty much check the water. Period. All right, because river and check creek popped up with my cards. Addiction to alcohol. Allegedly, I'm not saying it's Shania that likes to drink. If it's not her, it's the individual. Okay, they likes to drink. It's the addiction to alcohol. Check all back alleys. I'm not saying that Shania is in the back alley. This car popped up for a reason. It can be maybe somebody took something off of her that could be in the back alley, somewhere close by where she was last seen. Check all storage. So I got check all storage, check all back alleys, addiction to alcohol, check creek, check river. So it's talking about water. Fight ends up deadly. Someone knows they won't talk. Check back alley bridge. And also, I'm going to say this. I do have unknown, meaning the person could be unknown. I don't know if she was seeing more than one person, or maybe just this was just somebody that, when they say unknown, maybe this was somebody that was like an admirer of hers. They admired her from a distance. Okay, because I'm getting unknown, and that can mean she didn't know the person. It could be a stranger, or like I said, when spirits comes around me and stuff, a lot of times other readings pop up. That has been that has also been um a factor, shall I say, when I'm doing this type of reading. Okay, so if that's not pertaining to Shania, it's pertaining to another case. Let me just say that. But real quick, family, real quick, and then I'm going to end this reading. All right, I'm going to end this reading. I want to real quick. I'm seeking confirmation, like many of you. Shania, do you know the individual that caused harm to you? Do you know the individual that caused harm to you? If you did, was there harmony between you? If Was there harmony or lack of harmony? Do you know the individual who caused harm to you? Who is the individual that caused harm to you? Was it a stranger? Did you know him? Was it a stranger? Did you know him? All right, according to the spirit, we are complete. I'm just seeking more clarity, family. I feel a need to. Oh, Lord. Mm. I think we got our answer, family. I believe we got our answer. Look what popped up again. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Upward is new beginnings. Okay? And I told many of you this card, when it's upside down, it represents the fool. Okay? And we're not saying that our sister is the fool, but a lot of time, family, we find ourselves in situations had we, been operating in our intuition, listen to that still voice, we might not have went to the left instead of going to the right, if you know what I mean. Okay? Um, but this card popped up for a reason. Okay, due to the choices that Shania made on that day. Okay, that led up to her being missing. Okay, that's all I want to say. 'Cause upside down represents the fool. Let me just say that. And then the fool could be the individual. All right, keep that in mind. Because upward is new beginnings. Okay, but upside down is the opposite of new beginnings. It's endings as well. Right here, according to the spirit, Shania came to some truth that day. She came to some truth that day. All right. This card represents clarity also. She received some clarity on that day she went missing. This is the balance scale. This card represents judgment. So Shania came into some truth on the day she went missing. All right. So obviously she was communicating with somebody. Let me just say that. Hmm. This card is patient. This card is patient. So according to the spirit, somebody was being very patient, sitting back being very patient. And then it looked like also somebody got a seed in their hand and they're looking at it, waiting for it to grow. Whatever this means to this individual. It could be Shania or the individual. Okay, I was really gonna go there. I was really gonna say, well, maybe she was pregnant, but I'm sensing this is pertaining to something else. Okay, um, I'm sensing that this was Shania being patient about something or someone. Okay, she was trying to be patient with them. Now, the next card is deception and envy. Everybody want to know, does she know the individuals? Does she know the person that has to do with her being missing? That has something to do with her being missing. It looks like to me it looks like to me she knew something. It looks like to me she knew something. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I say that. This is deception and envy. Okay, this card speaks about, how well do you know the people that are around you, or the person that is around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? Are you receiving all the facts? All right. Cause I was hearing something about, what is it, Niagara, uh, what is it, Niagara Falls, some kind of place, um, that they were stating on the news that she could have been seen there. Let me just say that. All right. I don't know if it's a park or a place, that's around water, but whatever the case may be, did someone lure her there? Did someone say they're going to meet her there? Because this is due to deception, and also envy plays a big part. It's either one or the other. Let me just say that. But this card is upward, so I'm sensing deception. There was some deception that played a big part as far as why Shania's not with us. Let me just say that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read up on this card because I want her family to receive clarity. All right, what Shania's trying to tell them due to the fact that she is missing. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card comes at a time when individuals or conditions aren't what they appear to be. How well do you really know the people around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? In business, make sure you gather all the necessary information so that you're aware of and understand all the facts before continuing. You work hard. Don't let others take from you what is rightfully yours. Unfortunately, some people may be envious of your accomplishments. This card also represents a time of sudden and unexpected changes, or when plans that you're undertaking may not turn out exactly the way you envision. Have a plan B as a fallback strategy to prevent future problems. Use this card as a reminder to be prepared. It is better to be safe than sorry. Deception. It's somebody she let get close to her that was full of deception. They were doing a whole lot of talking and saying a whole lot of nothing. Just telling her what she wanted to hear. Okay? It's a lot of deception that's a part of this equation. All right, there's more to the story, family. There's more to the story. It is more to the story. Oh boy! Just when I'm trying to end this video, I tell you, the spirit just had me keep digging. Is that you Shania? Are you trying to have me keep digging? Let me see something, family. Seeking clarity on deception concerning Shania. Seeking clarity on deception. Seeking more clarity on deception. Seeking more clarity on deception. Who is being decepted? Who is, who is full of deception? Concerning Shania. Who is being deception? All right, family, this is going to be it. I feel like I've done all I can do. I keep digging it, but I'm very passionate because if this was my loved one, I would definitely be on it. I would be on it. Okay. Wow. I keep going in circles, family. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But it is what it is. I mean, I want to know more about deception, okay? What's popping up is this again. The same cards keep popping up. Conflict. She letting us know there was a conflict, okay? And defeat. Alright? She's letting us know whomever the individuals were, she was standing her ground. Shania was standing her ground. She was fighting the good fight. Same cards popping up. Shania is letting her loved one know she was speaking up for herself. Okay, she was not backing down. She was speaking up and speaking out. So it's basically she was just letting them have it. Okay, she was letting them have it. Triumph and success. I'm praying that the family will get the news that they are seeking. Um, there shall be triumph and success, so the family will eventually know something. Okay, and I'm also praying that this triumph and success will be in the family's favor as far as them receiving, you know, that the family will be triumph as far as not only knowing something, but it would be in their loved one favor as far as if the unthinkable did happen to her, that they will end up getting the suspect and they will be charged. Okay, there shall be victory in this matter. This is what I'm praying. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I don't even know if I read the conflict and defeat card. I think I did. I just want to check and make sure. Yeah, I read it, family. I read it. But I'm just gonna read this part one more time because it popped up again. So just in case if it went in one ear, not the other, have ears to hear, family. All these cards came right back out. I can't make this up. Okay. Um, let me see. Hold up. Let me go back to this part. I'm reading what this card mean upside down. This need for sensitivity could relate to you or someone else in your life. Even though a battle can be won, it's important to evaluate the cost and pain to both parties. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away. And we know that Shania was standing her ground because the card right there, stand your ground, is right there. So she was standing her ground. She wasn't walking away. Let me just say that. And she was speaking up for herself. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away if no answer or victory can be achieved. Don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge, for this results in the negative energy becoming a part of you. You are being tested on how delicately and gently you take your next step. Remember, everything in your life is an opportunity to learn and grow. So, from the way I see it, somebody had encountered her. She had encountered somebody, and it didn't end well. It didn't end well at all. There was a conflict, a fight probably broke out, and Shania was speaking up for herself. She was speaking out. She was standing her ground. You know, due to the chaos. This situation was chaos. Due to the chaos that jumped off, you know, she wasn't able to respond in a sensitive way, if you know what I mean. Cause when you're dealing with an imbalanced individual, like I said, they hear you and they don't hear you. All they hear is their voice. Okay, so you know, but there should be triumph. There should be triumph. Okay, at the end of the day, there should be triumph. All right, the family eventually are going to get some kind of news, and I'm just hoping that it's in their favor as far as her being found. And I'm praying she will be found alive. But with these cards right here, these cards I've been getting lately, they don't look like it's leading to that direction. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't look like it. Okay, they will get some news, but it may not be the news that they really want. But deception plays a big part. Deception. How well do you really know those who are around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? Okay, deception and possibly envy, but deception. I'm picking up deception more than anything in my spirit. Oh boy. So anyway, this is my reading on Shania Dennis. My prayers are with the family. I'm just trying to see, do Shania do. Ugh, I get tongue twisted. I apologize. I'm just trying to see, do Shania has anything else that she wants the family to know. Oh Lord, something popped out. Oh, I seen it. This popped out right here, but we seen this card already. Okay, we seen it already. About four more cards. Four more cards. All right, family. I'm trying. I'm trying. I tell you, I get passionate about these cases. This popped out again, and we saw this earlier. Oh boy. See how everything keep popping out? Same cards. Wow, something else popped up too. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. Thank you. Well, this popped out again. Upside down represents the fool. Okay, it represents the fool. Kind of like hangman also. So this represents the fool. Up here, Shania is saying, I am aware of the situation. So she became aware of the situation, okay? She became aware of the situation. Right here, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Shania knows the person, okay? Um, if this is not the person that's involved with her being missing, maybe this is just clarity and confirmation for her loved ones, letting them know that she was seeing somebody, okay? Because it represents harmony. She was seeing somebody. It could be two females or a male and a female. But all of a sudden, lack of harmony. Something jumped off in this union. And remember, many of you saw the love end cards. Something jumped off in this union. Okay? I don't know if she's someone that was dating one person or more than one person, whatever the case may be. I don't know why that popped up in my spirit. But I don't know if she was seeing, maybe more than one person. Because she's dating, doing her. All I know is with this union right here, something jumped off. This is lack of harmony. So this is somebody she knows, okay? And right here, this is upside down. We haven't seen this card yet. Upward, this is the waiting game. And this card represents somebody who has some decisions to make, okay? Some choices, but time is running out. Time is running out. They have some decisions and choices to make, but time is running out. And you can also look at this being upside down as, you know, time ran out. Time ran out. Right here, they're waiting, and whatever those choices and decisions that needed to be made, it's like time ran out. Okay, so that's that, family. That's that. It's like it's a puzzle. You got to put the pieces together. All right. Um, Much love to her family. You be in my prayers. I'll be lifting you up in prayer. And I'm praying that your loved one will be found no matter what. I'm praying that you will receive the answer that you're seeking no matter what. But she wants you to know there's lack of harmony here. Something jumped off in this union. Okay? She wants her loved ones to know there was a conflict. And allegedly, she could have possibly been defeated. Okay? She wants her family to know that she was standing her ground. She was standing up for herself. And she was doing a whole lot of talking and speaking out. She was letting them have it. She was not backing down. And she was aware of the situation. All right? And don't forget the love end card. And this represents ending as well as the fool. Okay? And I'm hoping that, she wasn't trying to meet up with this individual. Okay? I'm just hoping. That wasn't the case. But anyway. All right, family. This is just an add-on video. I wasn't really planning on adding um, this reading to the original reading that I had because it's quite long. But I feel the need to. I decided to use my angel deck on this reading on Shania, the 19-year-old who is presently missing. I decided to use my angel deck because it has like additional messages. And I was trying to meditate on Shania to get an idea. Is there anything else that she wants, her loved one to know if they're receiving not only clarity but confirmation? Okay. Um, with this information I'm going to reveal, it should be something that they would know. All right, or those that are close to her, her associates or friends. So anyway, um, I was thinking about the recognition and reward card, and even though I was, looking at it, it could be the individual feeling some type of way about her, not feeling ignored, not feeling acknowledged, not feeling, overlooked. I mean, feeling overlooked, shall I say, or not rewarded. You never know. It could be Shania feeling like that because I'm picking up relationship like a breakup. A spec between two individuals. I'm not saying that that person have anything to do with her being missing, but this is just additional information that has come out. I want to share. Okay, this is the Ten of Air. Have ears to hear. It says, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. And many of you remember the addiction, I spoke of that. Okay, something about an addiction. Okay. Now, help is to hear. This situation has ended. Fortunately, endings are always followed by new beginnings. You may feel sadness over what was transpired, mixed with welcome relief. It's time to walk away and embrace the dawning of a new day. Expect your circumstances to improve. It may be time to change your career. Perhaps you completed a long term project or have decided to pursue other employments. Don't put limits on what wonderful things the universe can bestow. Cast your net wide and see what fantastic opportunities you might catch. Additional meaning to this card, and this is the card that popped up, okay? Nowhere to go but up.
recovering from an addiction, a mediocre reaction. Okay, I just want to put that out there because this is not talking about Shania, it's talking about the individual, the other person. Okay, I just want to put that out there. The next card that had popped up, they're not in no kind of order, was Queen of Water. And this card talks about relationships. It says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. But this card was upside down. This card was upside down. Now it states a relationship develops to a new level, but we know the love ends card popped up. Remember, love begins. Upside down is love ends. So there was stagnation in this so-called relationship. Whomever she was talking to or was involved with. All right. Now, this is the Queen of Water. It also describes somebody tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. I want to read the additional meaning to this card. Patrons of the arts, love for family and home, a dear and reliable friend, great creative talents. Okay? Emotional issues or relationships with other evolves to a new level, but we know it didn't evolve to a new level. Even if things aren't perfect, there's a sense of peace and calm within you, and you intuitively know what to do. Make sure that you nurture those around you. You don't forget to also care for yourself. But this card was upside down. So it's speaking about the lack of something that was going on with her. Okay? Pretty much the opposite of what this is saying. All right? So go back and listen to what this card is saying. It's pretty much the opposite, especially when it speaks about a relationship develops to a new level. No, something was going on there in this so-called relationship. Actually, this relationship was ending, to be honest with you. The next card that had popped up, I want to share, family, is the release card. Okay? And this card says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. I want to read up on this card. It's talking about releasing something, all right, letting something go. This card signifies that it is time to move on because this project or phase of your life is now complete. There is no benefit in remaining in this situation. Instead, shake off the old and welcome the new. And maybe that's what she was doing, all right? You may experience a sense of relief at this ending, or there may be some sadness. Either way, it's time to leave that which you've outgrown. All right? Take your time in adjusting to this change in your life. It is not necessary to rush ahead. Be kind to yourself during this period of transition and seek the supportive of friends and family. Additional meaning to this card: the inevitable positive change, facing your fears, relationship transition, and spiritual evolution. But it's talking about relationships. So this is what I'm questioning, what's up with her and this individual. All right. The next card is Life Experiencer. I'm sorry, Life Experience, Archangel Camiel. And it says a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. I want to read up on this card real quick. You choose this card because a recent event has been a wake up call for you to make some life changes. This may be a new revelation or something you've known. Remember, she say, I know, or something you've known. Remember the awareness card, family? This may be a new revelation or something you've known but have been procrastinating about. Now you realize that this situation can't be ignored. and action is necessary. So it's like she's confronting something or someone, all right? Additional meaning to this card, liberation, suddenly seeing the truth. Remember the truth card? Suddenly seeing the truth, rapid, inevitable change, time is running out. And remember, she had some choices to make. What were these choices? Okay, what were these choices that she had to make? Were they personal or business? What were these choices? They said she had what, two jobs? You know, did it have anything to do with that? The next card is Knight of Fire. It says passionate, adventurous, self assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Think things through carefully. A significant situation requires your immediate and full attention. While time is of the essence, it's important to avoid making rash decisions. Enthusiasm and self assured are wonderful as long as they aren't separated from wisdom and caution. This card describes somebody, people, a person who's passionate about anything he or she takes on, a take charge individual who moves quickly with confidence and certainty on behalf of loved ones or beloved cause, fearless, loyal, charismatic, self assured, adventure, restless, possible impatient, or insistent when it comes to having his or her own way. Additional meaning to this card, a sudden, passionate love affair, business travel, a change of residency, a emergency, a emergency. Okay, what kind of emergency that Shania felt that for her to leave her I think what she stayed in a dorm. Think about it. What caused her to leave where she was staying at and to go out? Okay, was she summoned to go out to meet with somebody? This card speaks about an emergency, and then plus not only that, she had some decisions to make. The next card I want to read upon is Ace of Air. This card says brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. Okay, a challenging beginning. Y'all remember the world card when it was upside down. Not only does it represent the fool, but it also represents a challenging beginning. That's someone who's being in a stagnant situation. Okay, they're in a stagnant situation. It's hard for them to move out of one situation as far as going to the next. Okay, this is Ace of Air. I'm going to read up on this card real quick, and then I'm going to read up on. Let me see. I think one more, and then I'm going to end it. This is Ace of Air. Hold on, family. Okay, Ace of Air. New ideas now take flight. Expect great inspiration to come, possibly from an event or situation that had previously troubled you. Now you see the opportunities to create something amazing and you're full of excitement. Focus your thoughts on your long term goals and create a plan of action. You now see the truth of the situation. Confusion gone, and clarity has taken its place. Your new understanding replaces previous misconception. Now you're ready to move forward. Now you're ready to move forward. So it speaks about her being confused about something. And we know she has some decisions to make. Okay. Additional meaning to this card, a challenging beginning, turning a negative into a positive, a brilliant intellectual solution. Okay, the last card I'm going to read up on, family. And this card is Five of Water. Things not turning out the way you hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Things may not have turned out the way you expected. Be careful not to focus too much on the negative. as there's a positive in every situation. You may be missing the silver lining. Fighting or trying to ignore changes doesn't serve you. Instead, have faith that everything happens for a reason. It's healthy to grieve what has been lost and take time to heal. Reach out to friends, family, wise counselors for support and comfort. Additionally, to this card, sadness, the end of a relationship, the end of a relationship, wishing you could change the past, obsession, crying over spilled milk. And let me say this: if this card is not pertaining to Shania having difficult with moving forward due to a breakup, okay, it could be the individual. But for some reason, I'm sensing that this was bothering her as well. All right. And only her loved ones would know. And this is not putting her down or anything, but this card popped up for a reason. It pretty much gives you a little background what was going on with the sister mentally and emotionally. Okay, as far as what she was dealing with. All right, according to the spirit, she was dealing with some type of conflict, or shall I say, a breakup. This card represents endings. Period. All right. And as far as somebody pick up the pieces and being able to move forward due to coming out of a difficult situation, but it's how they handle it that determines everything as far as how they move out here. So I'm through. Much love to you all. May you receive some type of clarity as well as confirmation.